Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving to all of you in the United States that are celebrating today. I am so glad that you decided to spend a little bit of your day with me, and I just want to say that I am thankful for all of you who have liked and subscribed, and for all of you who will like and subscribe in the future. It means the world to me. It really helps the channel get out there so more people can see the content, and yeah, like I said, I'm so thankful for all of you. So today we are going to talk about the Hannah Kobayashi case. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but if you haven't heard about it, let me tell you just a little bit. Let me pop her missing poster up here. So Hannah is a 31-year-old aspiring photographer. She disappeared in LA after missing a connecting flight from her home in Hawaii en route to New York City on November 8th. So her and her now ex-boyfriend had planned this trip before they split up, and she was going to New York for a photography gig that she had booked and to visit with family. I believe it was her aunt. They had a layover after they flew from Maui to LAX. They had a layover of about 41 minutes, and then they were supposed to catch a flight to go to JFK. The ex made the flight. Hannah did not. They flew on the same flight, but apparently they weren't sitting together. They weren't talking on the flight, anything like that. The ex-boyfriend is the one who had booked the tickets for the two of them before they split up. Like I said, he continued on to New York, and he is cooperating with police from everything that has been reported. Hannah was seen on security camera disembarking from the plane just before 10 p.m. on November 8th. She was seen wearing a black hoodie and colorful sweatpants or leggings as she walked through LAX while wearing headphones. She was due to take a connecting flight at 11 p.m., but she never made it. She was spotted the next day at the Grove in LA between noon and 3 p.m. She spent a considerable amount of time at a place called Tashin Books at the Grove, where she went in to charge her phone. At 2:43, she snapped a picture and sent it to her aunt before returning to the airport, where she is believed to have spent the night. On November 10th, she was seen in a YouTube video outside of an event in LA wearing the same clothing. She was spotted at a LeBron James Nike event in LA wearing the dark hoodie and headphones she had been wearing at the airport. She posted a photo from that event to her Instagram with an eye emoji as the caption, and her family said when she texts, she uses a lot of emojis, so maybe that's normal for her, but the only thing in the caption is an eyeball. Let's see. She was next spotted talking to a ticketing agent at LAX around 5 p.m. That same day, a missing persons report was filed by her family amid what they described as uncharacteristic correspondence from Hannah. One of her text messages said, "Deep hackers wiped my identity, stole all of my funds, and have had me on a mind fuck since Friday." Now, another thing that her family has commented on is the fact that this isn't normal verbiage for her, like saying funds, and she had referred to them as like hun and babe and things like that, and they said it doesn't sound like Hannah at all. And one thing that really stood out to them was in these texts, there were no emojis, which she always used. Hannah's mom, Brandy Yee, sent her a text asking if she made it to New York, and Hannah responded, "Not yet." Another text from Hannah said she was in the midst of a spiritual awakening, and on a missing persons poster sent out immediately after, police wrote, "Prior to going missing, Hannah sent a message on November 10th mentioning feeling scared and that someone might be trying to steal her money and identity. She hasn't been heard from since." And you can see this is the missing flyer from, I believe this is the one that the police sent out. The next day on November 11th, Hannah was spotted boarding an LAX Metro C Line train at Aviation Century Station. She got on board at 9:02 p.m. before transferring to a different train at the Rosa Parks station. Hannah was finally seen leaving the Metro Pico station with an unidentified person at 10:03 p.m. Her phone has been off since November 11th, and her last pinged location was LAX. Her family traveled to LA to search for her, and after 13 days of searching, her father was found dead at the bottom of a parking structure at LAX at 4 a.m. on Sunday, and they say that it was a self-unaliving of her father. So there's a lot of weird things to this story, right? I mean, she's 31 years old, so she can go missing. She's allowed. She's an adult. If she wants to be missing, she can be missing. She doesn't have to report to anybody, right? But for her to just completely cut off communication with her family seems a little weird, since the first few days she was communicating with them. The whole spiritual awakening thing is weird. There's so many things in this case that, did she decide she didn't want to go to New York with her ex? They were going to do their own things when they got there. She was going to see her aunt and things like that. But did something happen that made her say, no, I'm not catching that flight. I'm going to stay here and hang out in LA instead? She was apparently really excited about the photography gig, so I don't know why she would miss that opportunity. But there's a lot. There's a lot of things that could be at play here. So I made a timeline for us. And like I said, on November 8th, she landed at LAX at 9:53, but she misses the connecting flight. And she tells her family that she's just going to sleep at the airport that night. And all of her loved ones assume that she got put on a standby list for the next flight to JFK. And this picture on this slide is the one of her disembarking from the Maui flight. You can see the black hoodie, you can see the colored sweatpants, and that's what she has been consistently seen in throughout, till the 11th. On November 9th, Hannah texted saying she was sightseeing in LA, planning to visit the Grove shopping mall in downtown LA. From 12 to 3, she was at Tashin Books, which is what is pictured here, at the Grove, charging her phone, and she got food. While she was there, she filled out a mailing list with her Hawaiian address, and her family says that it is in her handwriting. So it was Hannah that filled that out. At 2:43, she sent a picture to her aunt, and then she returned to LAX. Now, on November 9th, she also makes these Venmo payments to two unknown people, unknown to her family. One is unknown amount to Veronica Almendarez, and it's got a picture of like a bow and arrow, kind of looks like a Cupid's arrow maybe or something. And then the other one is an unknown amount that she paid to a person named Jonathan Taylor at 9:19 p.m., almost an hour after the first payment. And it says it was for a reading. So JLR investigates. If you like him, you like him. If you don't, you don't. But he had an interview with this Jonathan Taylor. Now, the weird thing about it, Jonathan Taylor lives in Texas and he's paralyzed. He had some sort of accident at work. He fell. He's got like a brain injury and he's paralyzed. He lives in like a group home with caretakers and things like that. He said that he had been in contact with some sort of spiritual healer from South Africa that was using his Venmo. And if you remember, Hannah had mentioned in her text about being in the midst of a spiritual awakening. Well, Jonathan Taylor says he doesn't know who Hannah is. He had nothing to do with this, but he got paid $25 from Hannah, and it was something to do with this guy in Africa. I guess he was going to give her a reading. Now, why he sends his money through this guy, I don't know. It was crazy. But you can go to JLR's channel and watch the interview and kind of try to piece it out and make sense of it for yourself. But this guy says that, he doesn't know Hannah. He's never heard of Hannah. The only way that he found out about it was people were commenting on his TikTok, like, where's Hannah? Things like that. So It seems like he didn't have anything to do with this, but this African guy, maybe he does. I don't know. Hopefully it's going to get looked into more by the authorities. Now, on November 10th at 3:40 p.m., Hannah was seen at the LeBron James Nike event at the Grove. She posted a picture from the event on Instagram, which is the black and white picture that you see below, and a video, just a random video. This guy was making a YouTube video from the event, and he was just kind of scanning around, showing the crowd and what was going on. And he captures Hannah walking through the event, which is the picture that you can see at the bottom with the red in the background. And you can see she's still wearing the same hoodie and headphones. Totally random, but more proof that she was there. And at 5 p.m., she spoke to a ticketing agent at LAX. Now, November 11th, this is the big day that this is the last time that anybody's going to hear from Hannah. So she spoke to an American Airlines agent between 4:30 and 6:30 p.m., but she never boarded a flight. She was trying to get a direct flight because she was tired of being on standby. So she was trying to buy like an actual seat on a plane instead of waiting to see if there was room on a plane for her to jump on and go to LA or NYC. Then she starts sending these strange and alarming texts to her loved ones, her family, her friends. At 9:02 p.m., she boards the LAX Metro C line at Aviation Century Station. Now, if you're not familiar, LAX is not in the greatest of areas of LA. 9:02 p.m., a girl by herself. It just seems like, it's risky, right? So she changes trains at the Rosa Parks station. So to me, it sounds like she had a specific destination in mind. Like she didn't just get on the train and ride to wherever. She had this planned out. She went and changed trains at Rosa Parks and goes at 10:03 p.m., leaves the train at the Metro Pico station. Surveillance video spotted her a block away from Crypto.com Arena near LAX, which is where the Lakers play. She was not alone, and she didn't look well, but she was still wearing the same clothes as when she arrived at LAX. Now, they were saying it was an unknown person, but different reports say that the family, maybe they did recognize who she was with, and this caused them to think that she was in danger. November 11th is the last time that her phone pings, and it was at LAX, and it's been off since. November 12th, the family filed the missing persons report, and then there's the missing flyer for you again. And these are just some different pictures of Hannah because you don't know what she might be, looking like when you run across her, if you run across her. So I put up this picture of her with her glasses on, one without her glasses on, where she's got like more makeup and stuff. And then this is the one where she was getting off the plane at LAX, and then just another picture of her, just something to kind of keep in mind if you happen to see her, if you're in the area, even if you're not in the area, because she was talking about going to the Redwoods. Let's get into some of her texting. Okay, I'm going to pull this up on my phone because it's easier for me to read. But these are the texts that really concern her family. And they are strange. It says, "Hi, loves. I just finished a very intense spiritual awakening. I'm charging my phone and heading back to the airport to get to New York City. I might need some help getting there. It's a long story. I'll keep you posted." Then she sends, "I think I still have my hotel room. Must see Tycho," which I think is a band, "and you." Then she sends a blue heart. "I'm gonna see what I can do. Love you. Sorry for a craziness. Was definitely intercepted. Hotel room is still active. Feel free to come meet me, but I understand if you can't. I'll keep you posted. Hopefully I can get away there with my reservation issue." And then she sent this to, I believe this is a friend. She says, "I got hacked. And the friend says, hacked by who? Hannah says, stripped of my identity. I can't fly. And her friend says, wait, what? How did you get to LA from Maui? Some weird shit, babe. Her friend says, explain so I can try to help. She says, I can't go to the PO. Her friend says, explain it to me so that I can try to be of help to you. And then she says, I got tricked pretty much into giving away all of my funds for someone I thought I loved. I've been on the streets. And like I said, she had sent text talking about wanting to go to the Redwoods, which is further north in California. She had been to the Redwoods before. So hopefully they're checking the Redwoods area. Maybe she was talking about taking a bus. She was talking about going to homeless shelters. I'm sure they're checking the homeless shelters. Hopefully they're checking bus stations to see if she maybe got a bus to the Redwoods. I mean, she could be hitchhiking. Who knows? Obviously, she's not listening to the news, because if she had heard that her dad jumped off a building, I'm pretty sure she would have made it known where she was at. So it's just a lot of confusion. I don't know if you guys remember in the Kylie Rodney case, SF Investigates was helping out, and he went out and he was searching for a little while, but decided to pull back. He said he doesn't think it's a scam. He definitely thinks, her family doesn't know where she is. He's just not sure what the circumstances are. And he said he didn't feel comfortable with finding someone and returning them back to a situation that they don't want to be in. So he was kind of insinuating that maybe something was going on at home that she was trying to get away from, and that's what sparked her disappearance. But we really don't know. And there haven't really been any updates since her father's passing. But I'll keep an eye on it. I'm hoping that they find her, and when they do, we get an update, because so many people are invested in this now. She could have gone anywhere. I mean, who knows? But her family is afraid that she, has been trafficked or something to that effect. I'm hoping not. I just hope that she's somewhere safe. It sounds like she was going back to the airport every night and probably sleeping there, so I don't know what changed. I don't know if she lost her phone at the airport where it's pinging, or if she purposefully turned it off and still has it. It's really a mess. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, what do you think is going on here? Do you think she's really missing? Do you think she's in danger? Or do you think she just wanted to just leave her life and start over? So, since it's Thanksgiving, I wanted to share something with you guys that I am so thankful for this year. I became a grandma in October, and there's a story of when my dad was in the hospital before he passed away. They brought an x-ray machine in, and they had it kind of decorated up like a giraffe. They had, the portable x-ray machine has kind of a long neck on it, and they had it painted up to look like a giraffe. And my dad had said, who's going to save me from this big giraffe? And it's kind of been a joke. And my son sent me a video of my granddaughter, and she's beating up a big giraffe. And I just wanted to share with you a little cuteness after talking about something that's not so light and happy. Since it's Thanksgiving, I wanted to share something happy with you. So this is my granddaughter beating up the giraffe.
You're kicking that great big old giraffe, huh? Because your great paw would have needed you to protect him, huh? Yeah. You kicking that giraffe? You kicking it? Because your great paw would have needed it, huh? You could have protected him, huh? Yeah, you could have. Yeah, you could have. You would have protected him by kicking that giraffe, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah. Big old giraffe. Big old mean giraffe, huh? You're really kicking it.
So I know I'm biased, but I hope that gave you a smile today. Enjoy your Thanksgiving with all of your family and friends and find something to be grateful for. Keep Hannah and her family in your prayers because with her being missing and what her father did, they've got a lot on their plate this holiday. So everybody take care. Please give this a like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It would mean the world to me. Today on Thanksgiving and every day, it means the world to me that you come and spend time with me. So everybody have a great holiday and I will see you soon. Bye.